Ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are joining me. My name is Dennis Tunya. I am the head of education and training at Starkey in Africa, and it's my honor and delight to be able to usher you into this session today. Today, we get to talk about the hardware, the external components that make Edge AI whatever it is. The first session witnessed us talking about the product, the highlights, and then the next session, the last session that we had last week, Thursday, we had Dr. Joe take us through the software. And today, we are going to talk about the hardware bit. On the hardware, we are talking about the accessories, we are talking about the app that is coming with the new hearing aids. We are talking about the new additions, the entrance into the Edge AI Starlink accessories. So without further ado, I think I will get us started. Just a minute, let me share my screen. Sharing my screen. Okay. So we'll just get this sorted. Okay, just a minute. I get the screen ready. Good. Okay, we're good to go. Very well. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. So today, like I have mentioned, we are going to see what additions have been introduced in the field of new technology as regards hearing and hearing aids. Most importantly, focusing on the accessories. So once again, we know very well that Edge AI has just come in, and we have more or less made better whatever was there with the Genesis AI hearing aids. With Edge AI, we have reduced the non-wireless class of hearing aids. So Edge AI comes with 7 styles. We are talking about CIC, which is completely in the canal, ITC in the canal, ITC half shell, and then between the ITC half shell comes in between the ITC and ITE rechargeable. And then, of course, we bring in the ITE rechargeable that makes 4 styles of custom hearing aids that will be introduced with the Edge AI class of design style of hearing aids. Technology of hearing aids. And then thereafter, we have the standard hearing aids. That will be the Emmerich, which is the micro receiver in the canal, which is rechargeable. We do not have the micro receiver in the canal that is battery driven. And then we have the RIC rechargeable, which uses telecoil. So we call it the RIC RT, that is RIC rechargeable that has telecoil. And then we have the battery driven RIC 312. So Edge AI comes in 3 technological tiers. We are talking about the premium, which is 24 channel, and then the advanced, which is 20 channel, and the mid channel, which is 16 channel. But in Africa, due to the demand that we oftentimes have, we will mostly be trading in the 24 channel and the 16 channel. We will still have Genesis in the rest of the channels. We will have 12 channel have 16 channel, and then of course we'll also have 24 channel in Genesis. 20 channels most of the time is not that much of demanded for. So, but then it's still available in case you get patients that particularly want the 20 channels. Whatever the patient needs is whatever we shall be able to supply. So, like I have said, with the Edge AI, everything is wireless. So that means the non-wireless, if a patient wants non-wireless hearing aids, non-wireless simply means the hearing aid has to be programmed either using a speed port and flexi cables. So Edge AI will only be using the NOAA link, which is the NOAA link 1 and the NOAA link 2. So what are some of the accessories that we have that will be compatible with the Edge AI technology of hearing aids? We are talking about additional assistive listening devices that will be able to make your clients to hear better and even be able to live better. They say the difference between normal and a little bit, adding a bit of extra is that little bit, the ability to be able to add just a bit of assistance to be able to enable your patient to hear better and be able to live better. So today, as we start, I just want to spotlight some of the additions, some of the entrants that we have in the hearing aids. That is the Edge AI hearing aid. To begin with the accessories, we are talking about snap fit receiver. We have 40 dB snap fit receiver, which is just the way it was in the Genesis. We have 50 dB gain, which is the medium size for moderate loss. We have 60 dB gain, and of course we have 70 dB gain. If you probably have interacted with our Genesis receivers, you might realize that they're more or less the same. However, if you get some patients who have a hearing loss that is just between 60 dB and 70 dB. So we have introduced an ultra power that is minus and an ultra power that is plus. So an ultra power that is minus is 65 dB gain. An ultra power that is plus, that is what will be the 70 dB gain. So these are custom made receivers. The ones that have an asterisk, the 70 dB gain, the ultra power 70 dB gain, and of course the ultra power negative, which will be 65 dB gain, will be customized. You have to take an impression and send it to us, and we'll be able to customize a receiver for your patients. And just to shed more light on the receiver that we shall have, the receiver is still very Kevlar coated. That means it's water resistant. And then it is 10 pin. 10 pin, this is advantageous because then with the help of the 10 pin, I don't know if you can be able to see the green part on the screen has those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, the 5 bars, 5 bar on the opposite side and the other 5 bars on the opposite side. That makes it a 10 pin sort of receiver. This is advantageous because it enables you to not have to select if you have to assign the left side or the right side. As soon as you plug in the blue or the blue sort of receiver into a hearing aid, it automatically makes that hearing aid a left side receiver. If you put in the red, it automatically assigns the hearing aid to be a right side hearing aid. So among some of the new things that we have introduced a Starlink Edge TV streamer. With me here is a sample. This is just to be able to show how tiny it is. It's around 60% reduction in the size of whatever TV streamer used to be there. If you all have probably interacted with a TV streamer for the Livio and the Livio Edge, it used to be way, way bigger than this. So we have reduced the size of the TV streamer by 60% to be able, despite the reduction in size, we have added more technology here for even easier and more robust streaming. With this also comes Auracast. Auracast enables this TV streamer to connect to a TV that has Auracast transmitter and can connect to endless number of sort of hearing aids or any other sort of receiver. A receiver could either be a headphone or an earphone that is Auracast compatible. So with this, we have introduced Bluetooth Low Energy protocol that is able to connect to this little wonder, as I call it, that can connect into a TV and can be able to stream music and football and anything that your client would be interested in watching at that particular time. We have also introduced the table microphone. Me here is the table microphone. They look a lot like whatever Genesis had, but the technology is different. This particular table microphone uses Bluetooth Low Energy. So that means any Starlink Edge accessory that has the Bluetooth Low Energy compatibility will not be able to connect to Genesis hearing aids because of the technological sort of advancements that have come with them. Okay, so this particular hearing aid, you'll only need to charge it using a Type-C charger. Typically, it comes complete with a Type-C charger, and it can be able to also be used to connect either if someone is having a meeting, if a client probably has meetings or is complaining about having trouble when having conversations over a dinner table, they can be able to connect to this. In case you have a client or a patient who has a problem following conversations, say the patient is a student and they have trouble following lectures in a lecture hall. This table microphone comes with an addition that can be able to be stuck on the back part, and it can be hanged so that as somebody speaks, it picks the information and streams into the wearer's hearing aid. So this here serves three main purposes. It can be used as a TV connector. It can be used for just picking up conversations around a circular area, just to give better speech to noise signal. And then number three, it can be used in such a situation where you use it as a remote microphone with addition of just something that will help hang it on the person who's speaking next. And then after that, we have also introduced this little accessory over here. We call it the Starlink Edge remote microphone. So typically, it can be used as a lapel. If you can be able to see me, I plug it in there. And of course, you program it to a wearer's hearing aid. And as I speak, it's able to stream sort of conversations into the wearer's hearing aid. So these here are the new entrants or new modifications that have been added into the class of Starlink Edge accessories. So with this little introduction here, we have over 60, of course, like I mentioned, it has 60% reduction compared to whatever it used to be with the other types of TV streamers. And then we have also introduced, we have made better the length of connectivity by adding it up to 50 feet so that it can connect up to 50 feet. So long as a wearer is as far away as 50 feet from this little box, they can be able to pick information either from the TV or from the music source or from just about anything that they're connecting here to be able to stream into their hearing aid. And then we have, like I mentioned, we also introduced the Auracast. So Auracast makes the connectivity limitless, okay? So that unlike before, when we used to have hearing aids that could only be connected, the accessories that could only be connected to one particular hearing aid, with the help of Auracast, this box can be able to give access to so many people who are wearing hearing aids. I was once in a situation where a teacher was asking for something that could be able to help them to connect to students, particularly if you come across a deaf school, children in deaf schools, a big number of them wearing hearing aids, and they want to be able to stream into their sort of hearing aids. You can be able to give them this because as the teacher talks, the transmission is made from here into several hearing aids. Of course, the hearing aids have to be Auracast compatible. Whenever we are talking about Auracast, we are talking about things like transmissions from transmitters like television, smartphones, movie theaters, tablets, laptops, and all that. So long as they have Auracast transmitters, they can be able to transmit into hearing aids like the Edge AI, with bone conductors, headphones, and buds. So this little box here, with such crisp technology that can be able to give better signal to noise ratio. So how then does it work? So with it comes, there's a power button right here. I don't know if it's, the next slide will show particular particular details of a particular video details of how to turn it on and how to pair and all that. So at the back of this box, there are some inscription. It will show the name, how this particular box identifies itself to anybody who's trying to connect. And then it will also give a pin right back there, in as you can see in this slide. So whenever somebody is trying to connect to the TV streamer, it can be able to give, it will broadcast the name of that TV streamer. Like for example, in this case, the broadcast name will be TV 000 046. And then of course, the pin or the code that the wearer would need to fit will be 17B4 9EB4. That's just an example. So let's get to see how to connect, how the connection happens. So this is very simple. You connect. So the first thing to do, it will pick the first one. You turn it, or you turn the Bluetooth on. As you see the blinking, that means it's trying to pair. Once the first hearing aid has been paired, it will it will light green, and then it's looking for the next hearing aid. Once the pairing for both of them is done, it will click like that. It will blink, and then after that, the pairing is done. So it's very easy to use, very seamless, very effortless, so to say. So should you have any problems or do you have any questions regarding these accessories, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be delighted to respond. So that having been said, among some other accessories that will come with Edge AI, we'll have the chargers. Of course, the chargers look exactly the same as the Genesis chargers. The default charger will be the standard charger. The Starlink charger, which is the standard one. Standard simply means it does not have an inbuilt battery. I have one over here. So besides that, there will also be a premium charger that will come upon request. Premium means it will have an inbuilt battery. If you look at the premium charger, it has four sort of lights, the 4 lines there. They normally show the battery percentage of that charger. Charger can also be used as a power bank, as they have an inbuilt battery within them. When the hearing aids are charging, the lights will keep blinking. The blue side, of course, means the left, and the right side will indicate charging beats on the right hearing aid. As soon as the charging is done, the 4 lines will come on. When the first line comes on, that means the charger is 25% charged. When the next line comes on, it means it's 50% charged, and then 75% charged. And when it's fully charged, all the 4 lights will come on. Okay, so the default charger that will come with our Edge AI hearing aids is the standard charger, the one that does not have the inbuilt battery. In case a client wants the inbuilt battery charger that also acts as a power bank, then you can be able to make request and it can be delivered within your convenient time. So a few things to remind you, all of our hearing aids, the rechargeable hearing aids, will come on ship mode. Ship mode simply means they will be hibernating. So that means they will not be charged, they will not be completely put off. They will be waiting for you to awaken them. So ship mode, as soon as you get your hearing aid, you'll be able to put it in their charger and plug into the power source for at least 3 seconds so that the ship mode can be able to be, of course, put off. That means we'll be awakening the hearing aid. So this will be both for the rechargeable RIC rechargeables and the custom hearing aids. Initially, we used to have a little sort of paper that used to be placed behind the control button for the custom hearing aids. So that will not be there anymore, because now we'll be sending our hearing aids to you in ship mode. Please do not forget, as soon as you get the hearing aids, plug it into the power source, and of course in the charger for at least 3 seconds to awaken it from ship mode. The other thing is, I know of some of you who probably supply to clients who are very far away from where you stay. Sometimes perhaps they sent in their hearing aid and you need to send it back, and you're worried that it might take 2-3 days, maybe on transit, before it gets to where it's supposed to go. And you could be worried that the power could be depleted. You can also put that hearing aid on the ship mode. And how do we do that? You go to the tools on the Profit software, and then on the tools, there's a drop-down box. There is a place there for ship mode. Whenever you put any hearing aid on ship mode, it hibernates, so that as you send the hearing aid to the patient will be able to get the hearing aid with some charge on it. Because the reason why we put this ship mode is because sometimes, especially custom hearing aids, if you don't put it on ship mode and something sometimes presses against the button that is supposed to turn the hearing aid on, it comes on and it drains the power before it gets to where it's supposed to go. So that is the reason why I just wanted to mention here that our hearing aids rechargeables will be coming on ship mode. So as soon as you get them, please plug them on power for at least 3 seconds so that they can awaken. Another addition, an entrant actually, that comes with Edge mode is the Apple Watch compatibility. Until recently, Genesis AI has been using MyStarkey app, which will still be the app to be used with Edge AI, but it is just for the phone. Now we have introduced compatibility with Apple Watches. So this will enable the patient to add volume, reduce volume, change programs within their convenience time. Of course, this is only found with the Edge AI. Talking about the apps, of course, I've just mentioned that the apps will be compatible with the Apple Watch. So the apps, like I have just mentioned again, to the same app that was used for Genesis is the same app that is going to be used for Edge AI. So MyStarkey app will be compatible with Edge AI hearing aids and Genesis AI hearing aids. The other apps that we'll call the companion apps, these are apps that will be given to, let's say, caregivers. For instance, you have fitted a patient who is a grandmother, and they have a grandchild somewhere who wants to know how the grandmother is doing with their hearing aid. Instead of fitting them or giving them as well MyStarkey app, you will give them what we call HearShare. HearShare app can be able to be admitted into the functionality of this wearer's hearing aids through MyStarkey app. This can also be admitted even to patients who are using Thrive app that were there for even for older generation of hearing aids. Older generation, I'm talking about the Livio Edge, the Livios, and of course the Evolve AI hearing aids. So HearShare app will be compatible with Edge AI, Genesis AI, Evolve, and of course Livio Edge. Typically, if you look at this, there's a common denominator. All of them have Edge mode. So all hearing aids that have Edge mode, of course, with the new entrants having Edge mode plus, will be compatible with HearShare app. Thereafter, just a quick reminder of where we are coming from. We still have our Thrive app. This is only for Evolve hearing aids, for Livio Edge AI, Livios, and the Livio AIs. Please do not confuse. If a client is coming to your clinic, they have bought Genesis hearing aids or Edge hearing aids, you will fit them with MyStarkey app. You'll give the client, you'll put in their phones, or you'll advise the clients to get MyStarkey app. In case they want this, they've come with a companion, or there is someone who wants to monitor how the wearer is using their hearing aid, you can give them HearShare app. HearShare app the wearer has to give permission to be able for so that their information can be accessed. This is just for patient confidentiality. So it has to be a relative or someone close to the person who's using the hearing aid. And then thereafter, now, of course, just a reminder, if you have a patient who still has Evolve or Leave Your Age or Leave Your AI, don't confuse, give them the Thrive app. These are some of the questions that I mostly commonly get, especially with the introduction of Genesis and Edge and Evolve and Livio. Some of you have been asking, so which app is for which sort of design of hearing aid? So, or which brand of hearing aid? So today that has been cleared. I hope that is very well taken. So in case you want to show the patient what app to download, you can go ahead and take a picture of this screen or take a screenshot, whatever is easier for you. This QR code will lead them to this page on their phone so that they can be able to, depending on the hearing aid they are wearing, they can be able to download the kind of app that will be compatible with that particular phone. For instance, if they're wearing Edge AI, it will lead them to a place where they can download My Starkey app. They're wearing Genesis AI, My Starkey app. Evolve AI, Thrive app. If they just want, if it's sort of a caregiver who wants to see how their grandmother or grandfather is doing with their hearing aids, they will be able to select down there, and it will guide them to HearShare app. We have also introduced the two-way audio streaming that is just good for your patients. And this is mostly informed by the decision by most clients who are using their hearing aids, wanting to use them either to make calls for Teams, for normal calls, for all those other call apps. So the two-way audio enables for the wearer to speak and the microphone within the hearing aid is able to pick information from the wearer's mouth. And of course, it disseminates information from the ears, to the wearer, so that it works two ways. It picks information and sends, so that the person wearing the hearing aid is able to have conversations without having to bring a phone close to their mouth like it was before. There's a doctor who was asking me the difference between Livio Edge AI and Genesis and Edge AI in terms of connectivity with the phone. So before, the person could wear, the patient could wear the hearing aid and have to hold the phone somewhere here, so that as they speak, now the person who is through the phone can be able to hear them. But as it is now, it's all hands-free with the help of two-way audio, so that as I talk, I can just comfortably talk without having to hold the phone close by, okay? By the virtue of the hearing aids being connected to the phone through Bluetooth, the wearer is good to go. So those are some of the additions that have been brought. Just a quick look at the My Starkey app. We have redefined what it used to look like. We have sort of listened to what the clients want. We have put together a couple of features that are very relatable and easy to use, that come in handy on the day-to-day usage by the client. We have, instead of the voice AI, we have now introduced the smart assistant. Just at the top right, there is that little microphone there. That used to be what we used to call the voice AI. Voice AI enabled people to be able to use iPhones as a microphone, especially that was the functionality that this little thing used to do before. But now we have replaced that. Of course, we have introduced the remote mic. So we have now introduced a smart assistant. A smart assistant acts like Siri, so that in case you want to ask some question to the hearing aid, you just speak into it, and then it will be able to answer and give back information through your ears. And then we have the battery status. Of course, it will be displaying the charge within the hearing aid. We have the current program. The default program will always be personal. We have Age Mode Plus to be able to analyze the background noises and give that crisp, clear, especially in speech in loud noises. This will be introduced either by, you can assign so that the wearer can introduce it by either double tapping the hearing aid or touching on the Edge Mode Plus button on the app. We have other programs there. The client can be able to customize whatever program they need. We have My Hearing. They can run a diagnostic, a self-text, a self-check within My Hearing, and of course other functions. We've also introduced monaural volume control for both left and right in case a patient wants to have volume control in different levels for the right and for the left. They can be able to undertake that, and a whole lot of other features as you can possibly be able to see. So let's look at my Starkey app, just a little bit deeper. We have the self-check option available. This helps you to be able to keep the patient at peace, because should the patient be suspecting that their hearing aid has a problem, you will just advise them to go to My Hearing on the app, and then they will run a self-check. It will give self-diagnosis to the client. It will show the status of the receiver, the microphone, and the circuit. Besides that, we have also introduced telehear, which has been there, but we've made it more robust with the Edge AI class of hearing aids. This will enable you to be able to remotely access the clients from wherever they are. And good news is we have this in all of our technological tiers of Edge AI, 1600, 20, and of course, 16, 20, and 24. That's the 16 channel, the 20 channel, and the 24 channel. You can be able to remotely access your client from wherever they are, and you can be able to undertake either sort of programming and run a diagnostic from wherever you are, depending on what their complaint will be. We have also introduced balance assessment. This is a feature that was not, it's the first of its kind in the industry. Of course, we have reckoned that falls and dangers of falls are mostly 3 times sort of connected to persons with hearing loss. With the introduction of this feature, a patient will be able to run a balance assessment to be able to know if they could be having a problem that is balance related, so that thereafter they can be able to get help from a professional. In the next slide, we'll go just slightly deeper to see how they'll be able to do that. And then after that, of course, just like I mentioned, the balance assessment, the hearing aid have sensors in them. The Edge AI hearing aids have sensors in them. We are talking about accelerometers and gyroscopes. These are sensors that monitor if you're moving horizontally or you are being angulated at a position, so that within these sensors will be able to communicate into the app in case there is a problem when a balance assessment is being undertaken. So there are a couple of exercises within the app that will be able to guide the client. The hearing aid will also be speaking into the wearer's ear on the sort of the procedures, steps one by one, to be able to run and undertake a self-assessment for balance. Within my Starkey app, again, like I have mentioned, persons who have hearing loss are 3 times more prone to dangers of fall. So we have made better the fall alert system, so that it's been there. We introduced it with our first class of AI hearing aids, which were the Livio AI. So these have consistently been worked upon to make sure that to this point in time, they are getting better and better by the day. So fall alert will be able to monitor in case a patient has fallen down. It will still be able to send an alert to whoever the client or the patient shall have assigned into their app, so that it protects dangers of falls. Find My Hearing Aid is a tool that is has come in very handy. It gives a patient peace of mind, so that in case it gets lost, the hearing aid gets lost, the patient can be able to run sort of the Find My Hearing Aid feature, because all of our hearing aids are fitted with GPS trackers. And with the help of the trackers, the hearing aid wearer can be able to track their hearing aid depending on their battery status. Even if the hearing aid is dropped somewhere and they are dead, It will indicate the place where the hearing aid was last active, so that the patient can be able to track in case the hearing aid is lost. Typically, this is a feature that you can use as a sales feature to be able to sell a particular hearing aid. So just tell them, with this hearing aid, you'll get a Find My Hearing Aid app feature that will be enable you to track the hearing aid. Because most of the time, clients are worried about losing the hearing aids because of the prices. So they're like, to give you peace of mind, in case the hearing aid gets lost, you'll be able to track it using Find My Hearing Aid feature that is available in our hearing aid. So we also know that forgetfulness and dementia is a common factor that is closely linked to hearing loss. So we also have inculcated reminders into our hearing aids. These reminders can be spoken into the wearer's hearing aid. They can be able to set, let's say a client is 80 years old, they go to a doctor and the doctor says they should take medication 3 times in a day. They will be able to feed into the app. They set a reminder that after in the morning, I need to take medication, at lunch hour, and probably in the evening. So that when the time to take medication comes, it will show on the phone. It will ring, of course, it will beep, and it will also give a notification in the wearer's hearing aids to be able to remind them, to act as a reminder so that they can be able to keep tabs with their daily life. We also have Smart Assistant. This is a new sort of addition. Initially, we used to have Thrive Assistant, but now we have made it even smarter. Thrive Assistant is what is in the Evolve and the Livio hearing aids. So typically what Thrive Assistant could do, it could give information about Starkey-related features in a hearing aid. For instance, how to add volume, how to change receivers, how to run a sort of a self-diagnostic, a self-check on the hearing aid. So it was just about resources that revolve around Starkey products. But as it is now, we have now enlarged it so that the wearer can ask the hearing aid, tell me about a certain president, or tell me what the weather is right now in the UK. And then it will start talking into the wearer's hearing aid. So this assistant will also be able to do whatever other functions were there before. In case the patient doesn't know how to add volume, you'll just ask, which can be done either by double tapping to activate. It's like Siri. Whenever you want to talk to Siri, you say hi Siri to the phone on the iPhone. But now for our hearing aids, you can either double tap. That's if you have assigned for the Thrive Assistant to be there, you double tap and then it will come on to do, and then you ask it a question and it talks back. It starts telling you whatever you need to know. So these are technological additions that have come with, of course, with Edge AI. We also have Translate. Before, we used to have Translate as well, but it could not speak into the wearer's hearing aid. As it is right now, the Translate feature can translate over 70 languages, and it will write whatever is being spoken in whatever language original you have, and then it will translate into in the language that the wearer wants, and it will also speak into the wearer's hearing aid. But of course, it will speak robotically. So it might not speak the details of how the speaker is speaking, whatever language they are speaking. So it will read whatever the speaker has said. So this comes in handy. You can use it as a sales tool as well to be able to give to persons who probably travel a lot, persons who probably interact with other groups of races and all that at any particular time. We also have Transcribe. So Transcribe is just like Translate, except now for Transcribe, the hearing aid or through the app is able to write exactly what the wearer is saying. This comes in handy to persons who probably have moderate to severe loss, and they have trouble picking speeches, especially in difficult listening environments. So in order to help with that, the wearer turns on the transcribe button, and then as someone speaks, it writes exactly what the other person is saying. Thereafter, they can be able to save whatever has been said, and they can share it either with family, or they can use it, read it later on. Let's say, like again, like an example of, you get a grandma who goes to the hospital and she has problems reading the doctor's lips. They can be able to put the phone just between them, and then as the doctor speaks, it will write whatever the doctor is saying. After that, it will The clients can be able to save, and then when they get home, if the doctor said you take medication 2 times a day, it will show there 2 times a day, and then they can do the needful as per the doctor requirement. So that brings us to the end of these great additions that are the accessories that come with the Edge AI, and it also marks the end of our masterclass. I am so delighted that we are here. In case you have any questions, I am here. I'm delighted to respond. Or you can always reach out to us through the information that has been put here.